This Headless Professor video is about how to use quantitative data from Boardreader to determine if the number of posts on a given topic have increased or decreased over a certain time period. Suppose you're interested in the topic of autism and you want to see if the number of posts about autism have decreased during the COVID lockdown. Well, let's go to Boardreader. Just type that in, boardreader.com, and you will go to this site. Type in the word you want to investigate, autism, and it will give you the number of hits plus a brief summary of each of these for the default period of the last 3 months. What works better is to go ahead and click on this button for charts. This will show you for the last 3 months where the individual days have spiked. Apparently on New Year's Day there were a lot of searches for autism. But in order to answer our hypothesis, we're going to select a custom time period. So click over here, select custom time period, click on from, and let's have our first time period be 2020, the last 10 months of 2020, which would represent the COVID lockdown. So we would want to start on, let's say, March 1st. So we're to March 2020. Click on the first day of March, and then that will appear as our begin date. For our end day, let's do the last day of the year. We get to December 2020. Click on 31st, and that happens there. Now we're going to click on plot, and what we see now is a plot for that time period. This is something you should get a snip of to put in your particular project. Notice that there were 2 days on which there were great spikes, July the 7th and July 23rd for some reason. Maybe there was something important in the news that day. Click on Table, and this is going to give you an idea of how many posts total there were. There were about 1,000 posts a day, but here's the key number to write down. 304,958. That's how many posts there were during the 10 months of COVID lockdown in 2020. Now, it's just easier if we go through this process again to get our data for the comparable 2019 period. So once again, I'm typing in Boardreader. I'm typing in autism, and I'm going to click on the table, and I'm going to select a custom period, and I'm going to go back to March, and I'm going to select March 2019. Click on the first day. So now it says the 1st of March 2019. And for my final day of that period, I'm going to select December 31st of 2019. So we have the same 10-month period, March through December, for the prior year before COVID hit. I'm going to click on Plot, and I'm going to click on Table, And this time, we see that I have a slightly different number, slightly higher number, of 338,749 hits for that 2019 period. So I wrote down two of those numbers, and I have to see if they are statistically different. So I'm going to go to the Vassar Stats site. There are other sites you can use. You can also do these calculations by hand if you prefer. I'm going to click on frequency data. Specifically, we're going to use a chi-squared. Here we go, chi-square. And we had two different categories, 2019 and 2020. And the first one had 338,749. That was 2019. And 2020, 304,958. Now, if these distributions had been distributed randomly, equally, we would expect half of the total number of posts to be in each year. So we're putting in a 0.5 expected proportion. And I'm going to click on calculate, and we see what happens. Here we go. That's our chi-squared. DF is 1, and our p-value indicates excellent significance. I would take a screenshot, a snip of that also for the project. And the last thing you might do is you might use your calculator to calculate the percent change. And the way you would do that is you would take the new time period of 2020, the 304,958 minus the old time period, 338,748, and then divide by the old year, 338,749, and that tells you that there has been about a 10% decrease, a significant decrease in the number of autism searches during the COVID lockdown. And one of the things you would have to do in your project is to interpret why that might be the case, with the kids being out of school, at home, in Zoom. So that's how you use Boardreader to get quantitative data.